How to Write in Second Grade, Volume 1 of 7, A Narrative. Describe a special place. A narrative is another word for a story. It is the most common form of reading done by children. Sometimes it's a real story, and sometimes it could be a made-up story. We call made-up stories fiction, and we call real stories nonfiction. Narratives have a clearly defined structure. We will begin the year's work teaching this structure in our writings. The first element of the narrative story map is setting. It is made up of time and place. Where and when is your story taking place? This lesson practices describing the setting of a story. People like to read stories because they make us feel an emotion. Stories can make us feel happy, and they can make us feel sad. They can make us laugh. They can make us cry. So our goal in writing a story is to create some kind of emotion in our reader. We want them to laugh, or we want them to cry. In life, we use our 5 senses to feel things. We see something, we smell something, we hear something, we taste something, or we touch something. Our reaction to what we're sensing affects how we feel. It affects our emotions. Writers use this same pattern. Writers describe things in their stories with words connected to the 5 senses in order to create an emotion in the reader. For example, if I'm describing my bedroom closet, I can hear a barking dog. I can smell the lilac-scented tree outside my window. I can feel the furry teddy bear I'm holding. I can see the purple walls of my bedroom. And I can taste the creamy hot chocolate I sometimes drink when I'm in there. All of these descriptive details make it easy for the reader to understand how I feel about my bedroom closet. In reading and writing, we use words to create emotions. In this first writing assignment, we're going to describe a special place. We'll make a chart of the things we can see, hear, feel, smell, and taste at this special place. Then we'll write sentences using these details. Finally, after describing this special place, we'll write a sentence or two telling why this place is special. We need to start by making a list of special places. This is what real writers do. They brainstorm ideas, practice with some of them, and then choose one to try. I like to sit on my sofa and read a book, so I'm going to put sofa on the list. Notice I didn't say my house. My house is very complicated. The kitchen is very different than the bedroom. The garage is not at all like the bathroom. There's too much to describe for our exercise. I'll try to pick a place that is very specific and small. This will make it easy for me to describe it later on. This is what a possible list could look like. Take a look at your Paint a Picture worksheet. Each box of the chart gets a noun and an adjective. A noun is the person, place, or thing that you sense in your special place. An adjective is a word that describes what kind of person, place, or thing. For example, if the special place you are writing about is the school's cafeteria, one noun that you could sense is the table. You could touch it. The adjective will tell if the table is smooth, cold, or sticky. I write table next to the N for noun, and I write the adjective that I'm going to use to describe it next to the A. Another noun that you could sense is pizza. You can taste it. Then I would write down an adjective that tells that it is salty. Take a look at your list of special places. Pick one that you think you could complete a paint a picture worksheet for? Be sure to fill in 10 boxes in your paint a picture worksheet. Last time, we brainstormed ideas about special places that we could describe. We picked one and completed a paint a picture worksheet to help us describe this special place to our readers. Here's an example of one that I could have completed if I had chosen the sofa in my TV room. Something I can see from the sofa is the TV, so I write TV next to the N because it is the noun. Then I wrote colorful next to the A because it's an adjective that describes the TV. In the column for taste, I wrote potato chips because sometimes I eat potato chips when I'm sitting on the sofa. I write potato chips next to the N. Now I'll describe the potato chips with an adjective, salty, and I write salty next to the A. I can feel the cushions while I'm sitting on the sofa, so I wrote cushions next to the N underneath touch. Now the cushions are soft, so soft is an adjective that describes the cushions. I'll write soft next to the A. Take a look at your paint a picture worksheet and make sure you've completed at least 10 boxes. Take a look at the class writing paper. Write your name and today's date. Look in the corner where it says Writing Skills. These are the skills the teacher is going to use to assess your writing piece. On the first line, write 7 adjective-noun pairs. On the second line, write complete sentences. And on the third line, write capital letters. These are the writing skills your teacher wants you to do your best on in your story. The first sentence in your story tells your reader the special place you are describing. Be sure it sounds like a complete thought. Say the whole sentence in your head first and then write it down. For example, the cafeteria is a special place. It sounds like a complete sentence. It has a star, the cafeteria, and it says something about that star. It's special. It's all right if you want to write a longer sentence like, one place that is special for me is the Coopertown cafeteria. Both sentences tell the reader what you are going to write about. Now choose one of the details from your paint a picture chart. Make it into a sentence and say it in your head. Does it sound like a complete thought? Does it sound like what you might say if you were talking to someone? If I said, kids standing in line, that isn't a complete thought. You would say, well, what about the kids standing in line? Instead, I could write, I see kids standing in line. By including the sense as a part of my sentence, it becomes a complete thought. Now write sentences for each of the other descriptive details in your paint a picture worksheet. The last sentence or sentences in your story tells your reader why this place is special. Only you know why, so you have to say it in your story. The cafeteria is a special place because I eat my lunch there almost every day. The word because answers the why in the reader's mind. Now read your story to yourself. Does it make sense? Does each sentence sound right? If a sentence doesn't sound right, it probably needs to be fixed. Go back and rewrite it. Look back at the writing skills section of your paper. Did you include 7 adjective-noun pairs in your writing? Count them. Did you write in complete sentences? Did you write using capital letters to start each one of your sentences? Good job.